Good day, I'm Stacey Ann Smith and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, January 20. Government is moving to distribute over 45,000 certificates of title which are ready for delivery to property holders island-wide. Minister with responsibility for housing, Dr. Maurice Guy, tells JIS News that the titles are being prepared by several ministries and state agencies.
We are intent on having all of these titles out because we recognize that if titles get into the hand of the individuals, then certainly it will contribute to economic growth and development of this country.
Dr. Guy was speaking last week during a tour of 12 informal housing settlements in central Westmoreland. He said the ministry would be expediting the process to acquire the lands from the public and private sector entities that own them. Steps will then be taken to facilitate legal occupation of the lands by residents. Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller says her administration will continue work to ensure that the human rights of all Jamaicans are protected and preserved, especially for the poor and disadvantaged. Mr. Simpson-Miller was addressing the recent swearing-in of the new public defender, Arlene Harrison Henry. She said government would continue to advance policies and laws to broaden and deepen the rights of the Jamaican people.
It is a journey to which I am personally committed.
This year's sitting of the Grade 4 Literacy and Numeracy tests has been pushed back to June 30 and July 1 to make up for the time lost in September and October due to the impact of the chikungunya virus. The exams were initially scheduled for June 4 and 5. In the meantime, Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaite says the ministry is still committed to the goal of 85% of Grade 4 students achieving mastery in literacy this year. The country is now 7.6% away from the target, but several interventions are underway to help close the gap. This includes the deployment of literacy coaches in schools. The ministry is also embarking on a project to improve both literacy and numeracy performance among students attending large schools. Chief Education Officer Dr. Grace McLean points out that due to their size, even if a large school achieves, say, 80% mastery, the number of students who fail could be equivalent to the total population of a small school.
We are going into the schools. We are being supported by the University of the West Indies and USAID, along with our literacy specialist led by Dr. Hill and our numeracy specialist led by Dr. Benjamin. We are going into the schools with the teams. We are going in with the results, the data, which shows the strands, the areas that the students are weak in. For example, expression is an area in a literacy that they are weak in.
Meanwhile, the Education Ministry has revised the target for mastery of numeracy, even as it continues interventions to help students improve their performance in mathematics. The target was initially set for 2015 in line with the United Nations Millennium Development Goals.
The fact is that recognizing that this goal is a significant distance away, the ministry has set a revised target of 85% mastery of numeracy by 2018.
58% of students who sat the 2014 Grade 4 numeracy test attained mastery, a marginal decline of 1.4% over the previous year. But the Education Minister points out that this still represents a 20% improvement for the past 5 years, moving from a low of 38% in 2010. To secure even greater gains, 55 math specialists have been deployed to 90 underperforming primary schools. Another 3 specialists are to be engaged in the next 3 weeks to provide support to an additional 15 schools. And finally, local suppliers and manufacturers will be able to meet, exchange ideas and discuss business opportunities with hoteliers and tourism stakeholders at an upcoming speed networking event. It will be held on Wednesday at the Half Moon Hotel in St. James. About 50 hotels and 80 local businesses will participate in the venture. It's being organized by the Tourism Linkages Hub established by the Ministry of Tourism and Entertainment. Support is coming from the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association, the Jamaica Manufacturers Association, the Jamaica Promotions Corporation, the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, and the Jamaica Business Development Corporation. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Stacey Ann Smith. Thank you for watching.